This is the IST Health Tip of the Day. I'm your host, Roberto Parker. This podcast, we tackle the tough questions related to exercise, training for athletes, human performance, biochemical, biomechanical dysfunctions, problems that sometimes you have questions about that you don't quite know the answer to. So stay tuned, enjoy, take good notes, and God bless. Okay, guys, we're a few days removed from Thanksgiving here. I hope everybody had a very blessed dinner and Thanksgiving with the family. It's just not about the food, it's about the fellowship, right? But we're entering the holidays here. Christmas, New Year's, New Year's Eve. There's a lot going on. There's going to be office parties, there's going to be family get togethers. People are going to be cooking more, snacking, nibbling as they're cooking. So I want to go over some fine points. I'm not even going to talk about the food you shouldn't eat because most people are going to eat those foods anyway over the holidays. So let's talk about some ways to possibly mitigate some of the damage done to your body. Now, there's going to be 6 of these here, so pay close attention and try to fit these 6 in as much as you can. I think these are very, very, very manageable ways to do this to help to mitigate some of the damage that some of that excess food and excess adult beverages that some might be consuming in the next few weeks will do to the body. Might help to mitigate some of that. So number 1, drink plenty of water. Now, I recommend you drink your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you consume 150 ounces of water. If that's not possible, at least try to get half to 3/4 of that amount. But get as much water as you can, close to your body weight in ounces of water. Number 2, get as much sunlight as you can. This is important. Now, most parts of our country right now, the weather is going to be cold unless you live in a place like Florida or Arizona, parts of Texas, California. It's hard to go outside and deal with the cold. I realize that. But try to get as much sunlight exposure as you can. And what I mean by that, just don't sit by the window in your house and say, okay, I'm exposing myself to the sun, because the window will actually reduce the rays on the skin to where it's less effective. You need to go outside and get as much sun as you can. Now, why is this important? Because sunlight helps to set the circadian clocks in our bodies. And without those circadian clocks working properly, our metabolism just goes wonky on us. Okay, the third one, get as much walking in as you can. You're going Christmas shopping, you're going grocery shopping, park a distance away, if it's safe, of course, a distance away, and take a few more steps. Walk around the shopping malls. Take a few more times around the mall. Do a couple laps around the mall. Just get in as much walking as you can. Now, exercise is different than activity. Walking is active. It is non-exercise activity. And if you can do things like, tennis or riding a bicycle or something like that for fun, if it's possible, depending upon the weather, do that also. Be active. Now, the next one is try to fit in about a 5 to 10 minute exercise routine at least 3 or 4 days per week. Those 5 to 10 minutes should be fairly intense. So let's say you're going to do just calisthenics. Now, my idea of calisthenics are jumping jacks, mountain climbers, burpees, I also call them squat thrusts, running in place, jumping rope, getting on a mini trampoline, some people call it a rebounder, working in some light circuit training with some light dumbbells or kettlebell swings or something along those lines. About a 5 to 10 minute routine. If you need any help with that, give me a call or email me and I'll be glad to work with you. I'll design something for you. Now, here's another important one. Consume all of your food in a 6 to 8 hour window. Now, that may not be possible for the 6, but I think most of you could probably fit in your food in an 8-hour window. So let's say you start eating at 11 o'clock in the morning, or let's say it's 10 o'clock in the morning. So that means you're done eating by 6 o'clock. Now, if you know that it's going to be a late evening of eating, if you're going over a friend's house or going to an office party or something, then have your first meal around noon that day, if that's possible. Okay? I'm just telling you this because this is called intermittent fasting, so to speak, because you're consuming all of your foods within a window of time during the day, and the rest of the time you're giving your body a break. So if you consume all your foods in a 6-hour window, well, you do the math. That's an 18-hour break of consuming foods. It's like an 18-hour fast. And obviously, if it's 8 hours, it's 16 hours, okay? So keep that in mind. Consume most of your foods in a very somewhat tight window throughout the day. Have a consistent sleep routine. Try to go to bed about the same time every night. Personally, this is what I do. Between 9:30 and 10:30, it's night-night for Roberto because that's my time. So try to have a consistent time. In other words, don't go to bed, let's say at 9 o'clock one night and 1 o'clock in the morning the next day, or then come back to midnight. The body gets thrown off like that. Once again, those circadian rhythms get thrown off because you tend to sleep in too late and you don't get up and get enough sun exposure. Now, the most important thing here, guys, is this. Fellowship with friends and family. Have fun. Okay? That's God's will for us, is to fellowship with other people. But having said that, just don't eat in excess, don't drink in excess, if at all possible. And do the previous 5 routines I just talked about. With your intermittent fast window, drinking plenty of water, getting plenty of sun, trying to fit in a small window of time, at least 3-4 times a week, of a 5-minute routine of exercise. By doing these things that I just mentioned, you're going to offset a lot of the damage that you could potentially do to your body in the next month or so. Christmas is around, the 25th of December, I should know that. And New Year's is January 1. So really about the next 5 to 6 weeks, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you from your family, from office workers, from friends, to go out, have an eggnog with an adult beverage attached, eat excess food, have this, have that, drink this, drink that. It's going to be pressure on you. I'm not saying turn people down. I'm just saying use your common sense. And take care of your body, and your body will take care of you. Guys, please check out my Facebook page. I'm at Hard Work, Hard Bodies. It's on Facebook. You can do that. I'm on Instagram. Just look up Roberto Parker. I'm on Twitter. Just look up Roberto Parker. I also have a personal Facebook page. You can friend me if you truly have good intentions, that is. You can email me at rwpsports@yahoo.com. You can phone me at 816-405-7703. I'll have my information on the screen here in just a second in case you didn't catch all of that. So guys, I hope this has helped you. Hope everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving. If I don't see you or talk to you before Christmas, have a blessed, Merry Christmas. Take care, guys. This has been another IST Health Tip of the Day. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.